Hello, everyone. It's been a really long time. Like months. It's been months. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty. It's probably just going to be like that, you know? I feel like through the fall and winter, I'll probably be podcasting more, but during the summertime, I just don't really knit in the summertime very much. And I've been really busy this summer. I had a lot of things going on. Good things, but I have a few notes. So this shouldn't be too terribly long, but I have enough stuff together that I wanted to come and share. Some of it's knitting, some of it's not. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't know who I am, I'm Zira. I'm just that girl that does this thing on the internet. Love of the Dark on Ravelry, if you want to see my stuff there. And also, let's see, on Instagram, I'm ZZZIRAAA, Zira. So yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? I have a couple of things to share that I'm really, really excited about. Things that were unexpected. Unexpected surprises are my favorite. So I am in the Moonflower Mystery Knit-Along from Larissa Brown. She has a whole series of moon-themed mystery knit-alongs that she's done, and I've joined every single one. And I just recently joined her Patreon, so I don't miss any of them. I'm so excited. But I'm way late. I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit, but that's okay. I'm way late getting started on it. Way late. I was a week late getting started on it because I had another knit that was a test knit and it had a deadline, and I had to get through that before I could start something new, or I wasn't going to get it done on time. So I did that, and unfortunately that one I will not be able to show you today because it's in my living room and it's on the blocking mats and it's still damp, so I dare not take it off. It's a very curly, wonderful, lacy thing. I'll show you soon, I promise. Maybe I'll just come back later for that. But anyway, so I had to get that done before I could move on to this shawl. But anyway, that's coming. Jumping ahead of myself. But I won a prize in the Mystery Knit-Along thread for Larissa's Moonflower, and I didn't even know that there was a prize that was going to be happening. She just messaged me and said, "You won the prize." And I was like, "What?" So apparently, if you were in early and started a project page, the people that did that were entered into a little contest for some little prizes, and I won, and I'm so excited because I'll tell you, first little prize in the package was this pin, and is my autofocus isn't on. I hate autofocus. I'll say it every time, but I'm gonna do it so you can see it. It's awesome. Look at that little, oh, here, I'm gonna cover up my face somehow. There you go. Little moonular pin in a yarn ball shape, and it's autumn colors, which is awesome. Take that stupid autofocus off. It matches my other one. Maybe you can see my other one. It's right here. It's black and white. You probably can't see it that far away. Whatever, you know what it looks like. It looks like this, but black and white. So now I have a happy little duo. I want to collect all the colors. They're so cute. I just love them. So there's that. Also in the kit, or in the prize package, was this awesome little moonular sticker. Moonular yarn ball. I love this thing. I'm going to put it on my car. It's so adorable. And I think that moon might be glow in the dark. I'm pretty sure that it is. It looks glow in the dark to me. I haven't checked it. Just got that and opened it up last night, or night before last. Anyway. Yay! And then also in this package, look at that. It's very bright in here. I'm very sorry. I will go ahead and autofocus. But look at that little moon face. Focus, little moon face with a little tassel. It's the sweetest little moon, and it's a little zippy bag. And it is from Mary Mary. Woohoo! Keep your little things in there. Little moon. I think I'm going to keep my lady products, my monthly lady products in here because it's a moon bag. Oh, what else would you do with it? You put your moon stuff in it. I love it so much. It's so cute. So that was a super fun surprise, and she wrote me a little note just thanking for joining the knit-along. I feel so special. So those are those things. Now, I got another prize in the mail. Not a prize, a thank you gift. And I'm drinking tea. It's a homemade tea. Oh, I have to, don't worry, okay, I gotta tell you about that too. Back to this. So, Chevis. Chevis is awesome, you guys. If you don't watch Chevy Rails podcast, you are missing the best thing about YouTube. The best thing, maybe about the internet in general, is her podcast. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's filled with fun content. She's just the funniest character. I just adore her. And I had sent her back a few months ago, I sent her a copy of the Pamela Coleman Smith special edition tarot cards that came out. It's this box set. It's a really cool set. And I saw that it was on her wish list, and I was like, well, I happen to buy this stuff for a living, so I'm going to get one of those on my next order and send it. And I did. And she loved it. And it was so cool. I was so happy to be able to fulfill that wish. Pardon me, I just choked on my own spit. So, Chevis has been learning how to solder. And you should go and check out, I think it's, I didn't write this down. Chevy stuff? Oh my gosh, I have it right here. I'll find it. Oh, where is it? Give me just a second, you guys. Oh, here it is. A little postcard. Has on there. It is contact@chevyrelsstuff.com. I'll put a link below. I need to leave myself a note to put links. Otherwise, I will forget to put links. But I will. Anyway, she's selling some of the stuff that she's learning how to do. It's really, really exciting. It's really beautiful. She's got a lot of like little crystal things and stitch markers. Check this out. And oh, my autofocus has probably been going and I haven't been paying attention. I hate it. This is the coolest little thing ever. So what that is, I know that my autofocus, there we go. At first, it's a pendant, okay? It's a pendant. It's glass. It's an image sandwiched between glass. I thought that it was a printed image of knit fabric, but it's not. You know what that is? That is a piece of knitted fabric between glass. When I realized that, it took me like, I don't know, maybe a half an hour of just oogling over how pretty it was and wondering like, I wonder who did the yarn. I wonder who took the picture for that yarn. It's so crisp and clear. I'm such a dumbass. But then I realized, wait a minute. This is actually a piece of knitted fabric in there. My mind just went, mind blown. So thank you so much, Chevis. This is really, really cool. This is like in the top of my very coolest jewelry collection things. Now, she had also sent me a beautiful stitch marker with it's a crystal point and it's soldered on the end. And unfortunately, I cannot show you that right now because it is in a project that I can't show you right now because it's a secret project. But as soon as you know what I'll do is when I'm working on that project next, when I come to that knit stitch marker, I'll swap it out so that I can show you sooner than later because it's really lovely. I'm like, I want to go and buy like a whole set from her now. They're just really, really lovely pieces. I will show you. Is there anything on there that I shouldn't show you? No, I think that's all right. This is her like business card thing. So there, Chevy Rail stuff. But the pictures, you can see. Oh, wow, she's doing soldering. And the funny notes at the end, the note says, the solder does contain lead, which is safe as long as you don't eat it. And I'm like, I guess I won't eat it then. But it's true. Lead solder is perfectly safe. Just don't give it to children and don't eat it, you know. Anyway, so those were my gifties. I'm very excited about them. Oh, I have one other giftie to show you. It's my cup. So I get to work probably a month ago. I don't know. And my friend Jessica at work is like, I got you a thing. I was like, what? Check this out. She's shopping at the Goodwill and she finds this. It's this cute little pinup gal. She is knitting and it says knitting is sexy. And there were 2 of them. So now my sweetie and I both have one. And I tell you what, it holds more than it looks like it would. It's a nice big mug. I like a good big mug. I like big mugs and I cannot lie. All right, enough of that. So, that and that. Back into the Moonflower Mystery Knit Along. Oh, this is, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to show you guys now. I am partway through, I think I'm most of the way through the first clue. Everyone else, I believe, is working on the third clue at this point, so this shouldn't be a spoiler for anybody unless you're just starting out. And if you are and you don't want to see what it looks like, turn away now, and I will tell you when it's safe to look. So this, ignore my fancy. Anyway, okay. This is where we're at. Oh my God, this shape. So far, I likey. I likey a lot. I think that so far, this shape that's happening right now is the most exciting thing that I've done in a long time. It's absolutely beautiful. The way that it's shaping up, oh my gosh, I just can't even. I'm just like, oh, what? The yarns I'm using, you know what? I'm a complete dunce. Oh, I've got embroidery thread all over the place. I'll tell you why later. I did not bring in with me my yarn labels, but I know that this is a Northwest company. They're very local to me, and I got this at a local yarn show. Oh, now you know what it is. Okay. Well, that one and this one. Oh, this one still has a tag. Same company, Willamette Valley Wool Company. This is color number 3. It's like everything I love in life. It's the blues and the purples and the pinks, and it's got glitter in it. It's actually got gold stellina in it. I'm not a gold person. I mean, I wear silver. Everything I wear is silver. But the gold stellina in yarn just makes me incredibly happy. I don't even know what that's about. I love silver stellina too, but there's something just really, really, really special about that shiny goodness. I'm going to un-autofocus now. Oh, wait, am I? Yeah. Okay, anyway, so both of those are Northwest Wool Company. Color A, color C, and color B is, I know for sure that it is knitted wit. I don't remember the colorway on this one, but it's really beautiful. I got this from, it's like all those colors, only pastel, you know? So we've got our color A, our color B, and our third pop color. It's going to be nice. I'm just fucking thrilled. I cannot wait. So anyway, like I said, I am behind on this one. I think everybody's working on clue 3 at this point, or maybe they're at the end of clue 2. But I'm playing catch up fast because now that I'm done with my my test project that had a deadline, I can just pretty much work on that. Except that that's not how I work. I totally work on other things at the same time, right? So let's see, where do I, wait, before I move on to that, I have so much to share. I'm going to try not to be too long. There's brown, got the whips, so that's a whip. The other whip, I technically haven't started yet. I'm considering it a whip because I've got the stuff gathered for it and I know what I need to do to start it. But I will show you this colorway. So I talked to my daughter, and a while back I showed you guys that beautiful blanket that I knit that was from Ursi Knits. Ursi is the gal who donates the proceeds from all of her patterns to an Italian greyhound rescue. Apparently, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again because it's important as heck. In Italy, when they race greyhounds, they only race them like a couple of times and then they euthanize them, or they use them for target dogs, or it's just horrible what happens to these poor animals after they're abused anyway in the racing industry. So she has found this wonderful company. I wish that I could remember off the top of my head. I should have written it down. But if you follow her link, she's Ursi Knits, and I'll put a link below on Ravelry. She has a link to the foundation itself, and all of the money from her patterns goes to that foundation. So I was super happy to support that and to talk about that. But my daughter wants one of those beautiful zodiac sort of mystical, magical throws that I created from Ursi's pattern. And so I had her choose the colors, and the colors she chose were a chocolate and a camel and a couple of greens and a burgundy. So that is going to be just lovely. That is going to be a really, really beautiful blanket. And this is all Knit Picks. You know, I really, really like Knit Picks yarn. It's cheap and it's really sturdy. Our blanket that we have, I mean, I thought, yeah, it's cheap yarn. It's probably going to pill and get weird. It hasn't at all. And we use it. Like, we actively use that blanket. Is not an art piece. It's a used piece in this house. It gets thrown on the couch. It gets sat on. It gets moved around. It gets laid under and slept under and slept on half the time. And it is comfortable and it's warm and it's sturdy and not a stitch is out of place. And we've been using it for like a year now, I guess. Almost a year. So I'm really thrilled, and it's the Wool of the Andes worsted. And the colorways are Aurora Heather, Fern, I could have said this earlier, Currant, that's hard to see, it's more purple than that. It looks really red, but that's because of my lighting. Chocolate, and Almond. Sorry, it's Almond, not Camel. Camel's this whole other shade. So anyway, there's that. I guess, oh, here I can just plop. There we go. I need a new chair. My chair is falling apart. Okay. I was probably terribly loud in your ears. I'm so sorry for that. That was not cool of me. So that's another whip. I talked about the one that's blocking that I can't show you that I really want to show you because it's so beautiful. It's called, I can tell you what it's called if you want to go look at it on Ravelry. It is called the Hearthkeeper Shawl, and I don't believe that it is a pattern available yet on Ravelry because I think that it's going to go in a magazine first or something like that. I don't remember exactly the details of that, but I know there are people who have pictures of theirs up already that you could totally go look at, and I will post pictures of mine as soon as it's ready. So I've talked before about our priestess being a amazing, brilliant quilter. Okay. I don't think I've shown these yet. No, I haven't. I totally haven't shown these yet. Anyway, so my sweetie and I were at her house and we're hanging out and talking about witchy stuff and goodness and doing tarot readings and just having a great time. And she's got a few quilts around on the wall, you know, like hanging. And we're admiring them. And I just kind of casually mentioned that at some point in my life, I would love to do one of those beautiful, crazy quilts that's like velvets and brocades and tons of beads and embroidery, you know, the just super, I think, anyway, crazy quilts is what we're calling them because the other name was not appropriate. And my sweetie, who is not a crafty person in arts and crafts kind of way, very crafty in other ways, said, let's do it. Let's make a crazy quilt together. And our priestess was like, shit, yes, make a crazy quilt. Let's watch some videos. So she turns on the YouTubes and we're watching videos on crazy quilts and how to get started and different stitch patterns and stuff. And we came home from her place that night. We stopped at the Goodwill on the way home. I have some fabric, but not tons. Most of my fabric is like quilter's cottons, you know, which is totally fine. But I didn't have a lot of fancy fabrics. So I said, let's go to the Goodwill. We'll find a couple of velvet shirts and a you know, shiny rayon skirt or whatever. We'll come home and we'll start cutting it up and start making our shit. So we did. So Sweetie is making the blocks themselves and I am embellishing them. And the reason that we're doing that is because they are not as comfortable with the embellishing part as I am. I've done some embroidery before, and this whole entire thing was a completely new process for them. And so I did the first block and kind of showed them how to do it, and then they did the rest of them pretty much. I think I did 2. I might have done 2 out of 3 of these, but from moving forward, they're doing all the blocks and I'm doing all the embellishment. So this was the first one. I'm going to show you all of these. I have like 5 or 6 of them, I think, to show. This is, oh, let's turn them right side around. Oh, let's do the autofocus thing. All right. Look at my little devil in the center. I gave him little French knot eyeballs. Come on now. Focus. There we go. Here, he's focusing now. Anyway, it's a little devil, and he's got somewhere. Where's my fingers? He's got a little, like little Libra scales. My sweetie is a Libra, so I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, and then look, I mean, I'm just figuring this out, like, as we go. We rented some books from the library and watched some videos on how to put things together. The autofocus isn't working like it should. Sorry, guys. But there's one. Here's another one. Just tons of fun beads and embroidery. I wish that would focus better. The one time that I want it to do something and it doesn't want to do it. And then I figured out how to do gorgeous woven roses. So I figured that out. Look at that. So pretty. We've got buttons in there, lots of ribbons, lots of embroidery floss. Here's another one with more of that. Look at the flowers. Oh my God, the flowers, you guys. Oops, that's upside down. Sorry. It's so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I can't even. And none of these are finished. I know they look like they're done, but they're not. There will be more embellishments. There's a really great book. I can't remember the author's name, but I think it's just called Crazy Quilting. Anyway, I don't know. It's great. I need to get it. Here's another one. Oh yeah, no, that's right side up. This one's got some velvets and velours in it. That was really nice. Oh yeah, and then this guy over here, this little bouquet, was actually, I found that design on a YouTube embroidery tutorial, and I just looked at it and went, oh, I can do that. And sure enough, I could. It was awesome. So this last square that I'm going to show you today is super awesome. This was Sweetie's first block. And we have pleather and we have gossiping witches. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Gossiping witches. Right in the middle. Oh my God, they're so cool. And that one I'm waiting for because I just really want the embroidery on this one to be super special. I want to do about 10 of these before I get into this one, because I just want to know exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to have to make mistakes and pull them out and start over again on that pleather. That would suck. So yeah, we've got a bunch of those going. We're gonna when we get all done with our squares, we're gonna take them out to our priestess's place, and she's gonna help us get them put together and all that. It was such a crafty summer. Oh my gosh. Not a lot of knitting, but tons and tons of craft. And now, for my final object. One of the things we're learning right now is runes. And not Futhark, not the Norse runes. We're learning the witches' runes. And so we made runes. We went to the river. We asked for the nature to show us the way to the perfect stones for our project. And she did. So we made these, well, we didn't make the rocks, but we decorated them. Yeah, so there's a whole set. The whole witch's alphabet is there. And we did that one week, and then the following week, I gotta show you this. I have to take this all out of here, and is that it? Okay, so this is the bag, right? I made these bags for us, and I want to show you them. So this is the pouch, and it cinches up really nice. It's velvet. It's a cotton velvet. It's all natural fabrics, because that's kind of important You don't want to put your magical shit in plastic crap, right? So, but this amazing drawstring pouch completely folds flat. And I shake it out because I got nature inside, you guys. So it completely folds flat. I am not going to completely fold it flat at this moment because that takes just a little bit of time, but I'm going to show you what I did on the inside. This one is mine, and my sweetheart's is a little different. They wanted the suits, the card suits in each quarter, but when you're sitting down looking at it, you've got your earth, your air up above in the east, you've got your fire there in the south, you've got your water there in the west, and your earth there in the north. So this lays out as a mat. You lay it out, cast your stones, and then you read from there. But it's just awesome that like this cool mat is also the bag. That's just way too cool, you guys. And I don't know, there may have been a better way to do this. I don't know. I mean, I think it worked out just fine. I didn't follow any pattern or instruction for that. I just pictured it in my mind's eye and went, yeah, I can do that. And I totally did. Which is awesome. And then you just pull them, and you've got some long tails, but heck, that's awesome. It's a beautiful velvet bag of rocks. Special, special rocks for divination. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys today. I don't think that I have anything else. I always do that looking around. Am I forgetting anything? But I don't think that I am. Quilt, rings and bags, blanket for summer, moonflower. Yeah, that's it. How are you all? What are you doing? Leave me a comment. Are you making things? Are you shivering? All right, y'all. I'm going to go finish my tea, do some dishes, and get to crafting. It's been real.